Yo, what's going on? It's that boy Fred. Welcome back to another video. And of course, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, we got apparently this channel's best and favorite thing. The anime Gauntlet is back. I know it's been quite some time. You know, I try and do the anime Gauntlet at least once a month. The last one is doing pretty good. And hey, actually, our very first anime Gauntlet when recording is just hit over 1,000 views. So I appreciate everybody who viewed that one. Let's try and get all the rest up and shoot, might as well get all the other videos. But what I also want to step on and talk about is that this channel is so close to our new goal, which was originally made after we hit 100 subs, which is 200 subs. When recording this right now, we are at 172. Now, from now, when recording this on November the 2nd until December 31st, I think we can do it because we've been making tremendous progress. So I want you all to share these videos and let's grow this channel. Let's get it to 200 subs so we can hit this next goal. But with all out the way, let's get straight into the anime Gauntlet. Alright, starting this thing off strong, we got a gang fight right here. We got a couple gangs from different animes and we're going to see how they scrap out. Now we got the Akatsuki running the Gauntlet. Now, I believe for the most part, everyone can agree that the Hunterverse is very, very low tier when it comes to fighting, except for when you take their actual high tier characters. And the Phantom Troop, just from what we were showing, just weren't those characters. So the Akatsuki pretty easily get rid of them. The My Hero verse is kind of on the same. They're a little higher than the Hunterverse, but at the same time, you can definitely say the Akatsuki clears mid-diff. Now, the only thing is when it comes to the Black Clover. Now, if you're taking the way Asta's being scaled right now when he has all his amazing feats from his manga and all this other type of things, this fight very well could end right there because I believe no one in the Akatsuki, as we're taking them off what the picture is showing, is as fast as Asta should be. So if you want to say that they can, beat relatively everyone else, I mean, Yami's a big deal as well. But if you can say they beat everyone else and then they eventually find a way to beat Yami and Asta, then sure, they'll still stop at the Straw Hats anyway. But for now, I'm going to say they stop at the Black Clover squad. Now, Momoshiki running the Gauntlet. Now, starting off, we got Julius. Be real, Momoshiki packing him up. He getting him up out of there. Alright, now we have the past Hokages. I'm assuming for the most part this is always the Hokages, not including the Boruto era ones. So we're taking the first 5. And for the most part, Naruto, I made a video, could he beat all the past Hokages? And that was including Tsunade and Kakashi as well. I feel Naruto could have handled that. And Naruto off his feet was... I'm sorry, I'm stuttering there. Naruto on his feet against Momoshiki and him and Sasuke as well. They both were at half power and doing extremely well against Momoshiki. So, I mean, of course, it took both of them to defeat him. But he was basically at full power and they were both at half. And both of their half powers, if they are equal in strength as people say they are, where they should be relatively equals, both of their strength combined at 50% should be enough strength to be one of them. So you could definitely scale full power Naruto to full power Momoshiki, and just off that he washes the Hokage. The Espada, sorry, they are, I feel like they would beat the past Kages, but they wouldn't go too far after that. Momoshiki pretty much packs them up as well. Meliodas is kind of the same. It's more comp now, to be honest. Meliodas is definitely more comp, but I still believe Momoshiki can win that. Now, when you get to Yamamoto is when it gets tricky, because Yamamoto has arguably the most dangerous Bankai and Shikai and in Bleach, being, I'm gonna be honest, I can't even remember the name of it, so I'm not even gonna try and think of it, even though I just made a video on it. I forgot it already. But yes, if you remember me making my top 5 strongest Bankais in Bleach video, Yamamoto, spoiler alert, okay, you had your warning. Yamamoto was number 1. Yamamoto was number 1 for a reason, because his Shikai and Bankai is extremely dangerous. If he uses his North ability, I believe, in his Bankai, no, it is his West ability in his Bankai, I believe, it is where it basically begins to dry out everything, and he basically raises the body temperature of his body temperature to about 15 billion degrees, I want to say, if I can remember, and that's with him trying to withstand and not let it all out. So with stuff like that, it's very, very hard to give it to Momoshiki when off Bankai release. He could very easily draw this man up, especially if he's fully going all out. And then Yamamoto has an ability that any dead people that he's ever killed, he can come back and fight with them. So I do believe he will stop at Yamamoto. But personally, you definitely could make a very strong argument, and I am definitely willing to say that he does beat Yamamoto. Personally, like, you definitely could. I definitely could hear you just flat out say, yeah, no, he beats Yamamoto, and I'll be perfectly fine with that. That's fine as well. But yeah, for the most part, I think Yamamoto will win. And then once you get to Kaguya, then that's when it's it's up in the air, because Momoshiki and Kaguya have always been very, very neck and neck. And then for the most part after that, if you want to say he beats Kaguya, then he'll continue. DMS Kakashi and Might Guy combined, I would say they still probably don't even beat Kaguya. I probably would have put them behind Kaguya. But if we're talking about Double Renegon Madara and then Obito, I do feel like they are probably stronger than DMS Kakashi and probably 8th Gate Guy. I don't know if I would put them ahead of Kaguya, but it basically this gauntlet is based off of, do you think he beats Yamamoto or not? If you do, then it now is based off, do you think he beats Kaguya or not? If you don't believe he beats Kaguya, then he stops there. If you don't believe he beats Yamamoto, then he stops there. But if you believe he beats both, then Momoshiki should clear this gauntlet. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, next we got a One Piece character up on the list. Running the gauntlet, as we know, my main man Millhawk is up here. Now, with Millhawk, Inosuke, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu absolutely stand no chance. No chance whatsoever. They get absolutely fodderized by Millshot. I'm sorry, I mixed words up. Millhawk, and they get one shot is what I mixed up. Yeah, absolutely one shot. Now, Asta. This goes back to basically what I was saying earlier in the gauntlet with the Akatsuki. Depending on how fast and how strong you believe Asta is now, depends on whether you think Millhawk stops here or not. Because at the same time with these One Piece characters, we all have to remember that some of these characters you just cannot argue. Like Millhawk, if Asta has way above FTL feats, there's nothing I can sit here and argue about Millhawk that he has those feats. And I feel like that's very kind of wonky, and it's things that happen like that in the One Piece community where they flat out argue about characters that have no feats to support whatever. Like when people argue who's stronger between Shanks and Blackbeard and Shanks and Kaido, I don't understand, and Millhawk and anyone else and Dragon, I don't understand how people really argue those characters, because what have they ever done to even have a slight feat to even back that up? So now it all depends on who you believe is stronger between Asta and Millhawk. If you believe Asta is stronger, he stops there. If you believe Millhawk is stronger, he continues. I made a video on Millhawk versus Odin. I said Millhawk will win, but no doubt about it, he will stop at Rayleigh personally. Alright, now on our last one, we have Baryon Mode Naruto running the gauntlet, going against Snake Man Luffy, Demon Form Asta, Demon Form Meliodas. I'm assuming this is Full Power Sasuke, Saitama, and Gojo. And I'm gonna be right, just flat out 100% honest right now. I do believe Naruto flat out clears 1 through 3 in Baryon mode. As y'all know, in my Naruto versus Luffy video, I wasn't even talking about adult Naruto, and I still felt that Naruto wins. But that's just me, of course. You know, that's always going to be an anticipated topic. Yeah, I don't believe Asta's there. Meliodas, I've already said earlier, against, you know, characters like this, he's not there yet myself, in my opinion, neither. Naruto versus Sasuke, of course, they were considered equals before Baryon mode. It was very clear cut that Naruto had surpassed, and well, I personally always thought Naruto was stronger anyway, but he had definitely excelled the gap between him and Sasuke. Versus Saitama, I still don't believe Saitama is as strong as some people make him seem. I feel like he's the Saitama fandom has went down now with saying he can beat characters like Goku and stuff like that, so that's always good to hear. But sadly, he won't be beating Naruto neither, because Naruto packs him up and gets him up out of here. Now Gojo, this one I would have to make an entire video, I flat out cannot go on about this one in this little. You know, I try not to make the anime gauntlets no longer than 15 minutes at max, and sometimes I surpass that. But yeah, I cannot go on about Naruto versus Gojo. Gojo is personally too, I wouldn't say he's featless, but he doesn't have as much as Naruto. But then he's a pretty strong character as well. But if you ask me who would personally win, I still would give it to Naruto, and I would say Naruto clears. But that's just me. Of course, you can make an argument for Gojo, and I'll always hear that through. Now, if you disagree with anything I said down below, in this video, please make sure you comment it down below. And make sure if you made it to the end of the video, you hit the subscribe button and the like button so we can hit our next goal of 200 subs. Remember, we're trying to hit that before the end of the year. And also like it up so we can grow our channel and show it all on people's For Yous and all that. Now, with all that out the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe once again. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.